Thank you for joining in to our spring recruitment webinar for the Boone Trails District today. Again, we are recording the conference, so we will share it out with everyone that wasn't able to make it as well. Just a couple notes as we are going through here, housekeeping things. If you do have any questions as we're going through, there is a little questions tab on the right side of your screen in the GoToWebinar system. Feel free to fill those out, send them in to us, and we'll be checking into them at the end of the webinar to answer any questions that we didn't answer as we go through here. Before we get started, I want to introduce a couple people and provide some information. So again, my name is Bryson Schroeder. I'm the Spring Recruitment Chair. My phone number and email are there. Paula Loesch is the Lincoln County Spring Recruitment Chair, so she'll be handling most of the units in Lincoln County. James is the St. Charles Spring Recruitment Chair. His information is on there. And then the district executive in charge of this is Kaylee Cook, and her information is also available on there. We will put the screen up at the end as well so you can get that information down. So our main topic tonight is talking about the spring recruitment, and how the spring recruitment has changed over previous years from previous recruitments that were either done in the fall or past years, as well as some new, fun, exciting ways that we can make recruitment something simpler, easier for parents to come in on their recruitment nights, get signed up for scouting, get all the information they need, but not make it an all-night ordeal. So with that, we've developed this 5-table breakdown, and we're going to go into more detail with James in a few minutes on this. But this follows a pretty simple process. It's sign in and welcome, which will include getting the parents' information, phone number, email, and scout's name. That way we have that right as they come in. The next table will include fun facts about scouting, which will include, preparing scouts handout, uniform information, some other organizational handouts, just some information about scouting, as well as having someone there that'll be able to answer any questions that they might have. Next is the Parent's Guide to Scouting. Obviously, every parent that jumps into scouting is new to the program, wants to understand how they can get involved, but what their involvement is going to be with their scout. So there's a guidebook that is developed that we'll show you later, as well as just someone there that can answer questions. This might be a good one for an involved parent to be able to be at. The next one will be filling out the application. There we'll want someone that's in-depth and has knowledge on how the application process works to be able to answer questions as they're going through it. And the last one is to meet your new unit leader, as well as get their contact information. So if you have the den leader picked out for some of the new dens or some of the old dens that some of the older scouts might be joining, having them there, but also your cub master, scout master, depending on the unit. Also, what will the scouts be doing while they're there? So the unit should come up with some fun activities, games, things of that nature that the scouts can go through while the parents are going through that cycle we just discussed. While they're doing that, we encourage the current scouts in your unit to be in attendance to help entertain them. So there's all kinds of ideas, different things, games, activities, maybe if there's a gym at your location or if the weather's nice, they can go outside, different things of that nature. Just separate them out from where the parents currently are. Let the parents go through that cycle, get their questions answered while we let the scouts or the upcoming new scouts enjoy the day. So next, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to James, who's going to talk about the 5-table breakdown.
Sure thing. On table 1, it's a welcome and sign in. In this station, parents will be greeted and asked to sign in. We want this information to contact the parent just in case something like your application has been filled or hadn't been filled out incorrectly. Want to keep the station brief and then guide them to the next station. Next station is table 2, fun facts about scouting. This station will include a couple of light and fun handouts for the parents. And in a way, it will serve as a brief intro to scouting without, typically for events like this, you don't want to give them too much of an information overload. So it's a good spot for them to be able to take a look at this and it will capture the parents' attention and pique their interest. So in table 3, you have parent and volunteer guide. Now this station will serve as a guide for the parents who are brand new to scouting. We'll hand them a parent and volunteer guide along with a couple of our resources. Now this will also help guide them through the process and answer most of their questions. Table 4 is application. This station will be for the parent to fill out their new youth application as well as pay membership fee. The person at this station needs to ensure that all applications have been filled out correctly and no answers have been left blank. Now, once the parent finishes filling out the application, you can walk them over to the final station. Now, that station is Meet Your New Leaders. This final station is the most important one, is when your new parents are introduced to their new scout leader. Now, at this station, the parents will also meet the individuals responsible for teaching their kid. They'll also be provided with a schedule of events, things like upcoming unit meetings, campouts, and so forth. The parents should also be provided with the Cub or Scoutmaster's contact info, committee chairs info, and charter org reps info. Now, when a parent leaves the station, they should be even more excited to join Scouting.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about some additional information that we have, such as unit participation, and then some of those fun materials that we mentioned. So up next is unit participation. When you're scheduling school visits, if you have a good relationship with your principal, we prefer that you do that instead of a stranger calling from the Boy Scouts. If they know you guys and you're familiar with them, please schedule that. Once you do, let us know so that we kind of have an idea of what's going on. We're going to keep a calendar so we can see whenever every unit's going on. For requesting materials, you'll fill out the flyer request form, which we'll send to you later. And that will ask all of your basic information, when your sign-up night's going to be, how many flyers you need, what kind of flyers, and all of that fun stuff. When you're requesting this, there will be a Google form, and that will send directly to us, so we'll have access to that. When we're doing boy talks, going into the schools and talking to the kids to get them pumped to join Scouting, if you have experience doing this, we would love for you to do it. If not, you can contact me, and we will. One of us will be there. We'll go through it with you. We'll do a couple, and then you can try some yourself. But we are wanting to help with these. If you don't feel comfortable doing so, please let us know. When you're reserving the facility, so if you're expecting to have your sign-up night at a school, please go online to that school's website and get the facility usage form. Each school district has one usually on their website. So if you have trouble finding those, let me know. And if you're doing it at a church, do the same thing. I'm not sure how it would work. I know that you guys tend to have really good relationships with churches, so you could do this at a PAC meeting or whatnot. And then running the sign-up night, we need a minimum of 6 adults from your unit to participate. We need 1 adult for each station and 1 running the activities. We're really emphasizing unit participation because we want this to be your thing. We don't want to, when we're meeting these parents, we want you to be able to be there and let them know how your unit functions as opposed to, how another one. So we really, really, really want the units to participate in this. So getting materials, there's a link for the flyer request form, and that's what I was just talking about. You'll go in there and fill it all out. I'm pretty sure you have to fill out every single box, so or it won't let you submit it. So make sure that you're doing that and double check the information. I know we've had a couple that filled it out in April and said that theirs was in March, so that did not work out. And then for other materials that we're going to go through, you'll contact one of the spring recruitment chairs in your area, and they will let me know, and we'll get you those materials. We'll print those at council so that you guys don't have to worry about that, and they'll be in color and they'll look really good. So here's the contact information again, just in case you missed it the first time. We're going to post this online tomorrow, so you'll be able to access it. But if you want to take a second to write this down or capture it on your screen, that's fine too. All right, so what are my resources? We talked about it a lot in James and Bryson's slides. They talked about materials, fun ones that would be included at each table. So we're going to go through those and give you a sneak peek of those. That way you know what you're going to be requesting. So first up is the Cub Scout organization. Keep in mind, I know that this says Dallas, Texas and Fairview, Texas. We're going to change that. This is just an example. And all of these are examples. I'm pretty sure they're all from Texas. So just bear with me on that, but we'll have that changed to St. Louis. So as you go through this, you'll see that they have definitions for what is a pack, what is a den, what are the positions in the pack, who is who, and I think that's really helpful. I wish I would have had that when I started this job. It really would have helped me understand scouting and how complex it really is. But this will help them. This will answer a lot of their questions. That way, you know, the parent goes home, they can read over this. They know what the district is, what the pack is, what the DIN is. It's very, very basic and easy and quick to read. So I think this will be very helpful for brand new parents. We'll also be giving them the parent information guide. This kind of is the same thing. It's an overview of scouting, a little more detailed. It shows, let's see, the exact same thing. It breaks it down to grade level as opposed to the first one, which was very quick and brief. Talks about PAC meetings, how can you help, how they can get involved, the committee training. So this is going to go on top of the other one. This just provides them with way more resources and makes them feel a little bit more comfortable. We want to be able to fill out this last page. We want you to make sure that these get taken care of. Just send us your information and we'll add that in there. That way when they leave, they know my son is in PAC whatever, 918, which meets that blank location, and we want them to be able to leave this. That way, you know, they lose their other sheet of paper or they forgot, they can show up to the next meeting and you don't have to call them and hunt them down. All right, so this is a sample of the PAC and DIN leader contact information. We want you to fill this out. I will create a template. When you request your flyers, I'll send this to you. You can fill it in, or you can make your own. Just let me know. I want to make sure everyone gets this. This way they know who they're contacting for what. If they can't get a hold of someone, they know who else they can call and hopefully get a hold of someone. You know, if there's an issue with one of the DINs and it doesn't fit their schedule, they know who to call to see about getting into the other one. So I think this will be very useful for them until they make friends with everyone else and kind of get to mingle and build that relationship. Here's a sample calendar. We want to make sure that they have a calendar. Even if you're not for sure when your times will be or when this and that will be, if you know this May 27th, we're going on a camp out. We're not sure what time yet, but you can at least put camp out and time to be dated. This way they can get a sense of everything that's coming up. We really encourage you to have a summer program if you're recruiting new kids. We don't want them to come on board and sit off to the side until August, September, because that's no fun. So whenever they're meeting with their new leader, we really want you to make sure that you have copies of this to hand out. That way it gives them a sense of what's going on. It doesn't have to be through the whole year. It can just be through the summer, through fall. That way they have an idea of what they're getting themselves into, and it gives the kids something to look forward to. All right, so this is a little flyer. It just shows how scouting prepares young people for life. It has a couple of very well-known people, a good solid mix on there. But these are people who were in scouting when they were younger, and I mean, this is a pretty impressive resume right here. So we're going to hand this out to them, get them a little excited. You know, Michael Jordan was a Boy Scout. I want to be a Boy Scout. So try to get them more eager to join, and just show them that, you know, there's a huge group of people that do this, and it's something that'll change your life forever, and we want to get them excited about joining.
So those are all of the resources that are available to you guys at this point. Again, we'll be posting this video as well as the link to the form to fill out to request those flyers and information on the website, as well as in an email out to all the Unit Key 3s again. So please definitely check that out, get that form filled out, and then from there, the information will get out to you guys. I'm going to put that contact slide up one more time. So if you'd like to jot down anyone's information here, again, Lincoln County, contact Paula, St. Charles, contact myself or James. From there, we can get you any resources, anything that you need there. But again, if you do plan on having a spring recruitment, please fill out that form so that we're aware of it, locations, dates, and we can get you the right information for that. I don't believe we had any questions come in, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to email one of us, reach out to one of us, and we will certainly get that information out to you. Other than that, thank you guys so much for coming in today, and we will look forward to talking to you again in the near future.